Yeah. God's doing a great work in me for sure, and certainly He purposed me straight for His purpose, purposely my first degree. God's doing a great work in me, a one that's serving me. I'm serving He, that means I'm serving three, doing it perfectly. He picked me up and threw me in the promised land, let me know that I'm the man, and He's still been promising. Brought me up from bottom, man, had to slap from 5 like domino. He upheld His right hand, still dominant, honoring the righteous. Yo, 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 it's your brother, Mr. Israelite, coming to let all the people know that it's real life. And I know I don't sound like Israel, but I want to reassure y'all, all of y'all people out there, that this is real. So sit back, take a seat, and just inhale. And then exhale, because I don't want to see none of y'all. Inhale. Come on, man. Talk about it. This next episode is me going deep down. I'm figuring, I guess I'm a private investigator now. I'm a PI. The last video I did, not the last video, but one of the last videos I did regarding Diddy had a big Justin Bieber influence, so it made me go deeper down a rabbit hole. I kind of want to take a look at, it opened up a bigger issue of the music industry. So I'm going to shed a light on it, man. Some things I've been hearing. Like I said before, I've heard some little Justin Bieber Diddy talk. He's since come out and renounced those things and denied them. But I want to take a deeper look of what sometimes the industry can do to God's children. I don't know if y'all know, Justin Bieber started out singing for the Lord. He was dang near a bona fide gospel singer. Then he started singing for the Lord. Then he started singing for the world. And, that mostly happens, that's a thing with a lot of our greats, as far as like R&B singers, things like that. They used to go get them out the church, man. Whitney come out the church. I believe Marvin Gaye, Al Green, all them come out. Everybody coming out the church. Everybody coming out the church. As far as these producers, a lot of the hit producers back in the day, they come get them drummers out the church. Them keyboard players out the church, man. Bass players come out the church. So, it's just, now that I look at it, when I'm older, it's kind of like robbing the kingdom. But a lot of them find their way back, and it's just a way, like it wasn't enough money, I guess, going around. The money was over. The money was secular. That's just a fact. Nowadays, I'm starting to see how this stuff is growing. God bringing it right on back to the kingdom. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? But I want to take a look at and the Justin Bieber, man. I just know his story about I don't know his story, but I know I've heard some things about his upbringing, and then his fight with the industry. And I believe that a lot of it has got to do with being exposed to things and taking advantage early. And I always ask myself this question, like, where in the world was his parents? Hopefully this sheds some lights on it, because I ain't never saw his parents. He was a star for a kid for a while. We ain't never saw his parents. I don't know what his parents is. Now that he's grown, I ain't even heard him mention his parents. Am I the only one that realized this? Because I don't even see nobody else talking about that. We need to put out an APB about where is Justin Bieber's parents. It's never too late to be a father. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Yeah, my neighbors out there banging. Okay, yeah, let's get this started. Let's see what this thing is about. I really don't know what this is about.
Justin Bieber is probably the last
Never played it before.
person on earth you feel bad for. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed tween
Let's
made
find
a
out.
few YouTube videos singing in 2007, got swooped up by the major record labels, and they forced his generic pop songs onto us. Then every young girl in the world became obsessed with him, making him millions of dollars and keeping his songs in rotation on the radio. He was an easy person to hate, or just completely disregard. However, in the early 2010s, he started to change. He was lashing out in public, assaulting people, and starting to confirm people's suspicions of him being a snobby rich brat. And although this video is not going to be me trying to convince you that Justin Bieber is an unproblematic saint, there is another perspective to consider that might make his antics a little understandable. For example, the many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed in public.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is.
First thing first, I'm not gonna act like I don't see him sitting at the front row of a table with crazy amounts of alcohol. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for even me. I'm a grown man. I do what I want to do. I'm currently on a sabbatical. I don't drink, but you know, listen, that's insane. That's insane. And you smell good. What kind of sick jokes is these? Immediately, where's your mother and father at this event? I believe they might have just gave him over to the management and was just collecting a check. I don't want to put that on them. I just really came up with that just now. But where y'all at, man? You see this? Look at him. He drunk. Look at this. Now he drunk. Now Justin is drunk.
James Corden is leaning in as close as he possibly can with his hand
Hit on by.
resting on Justin's back.
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right.
Rubbing Justin's face was just disrespectful, but he couldn't resist touching the boy. Bieber awkwardly tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it even worse.
Voted to just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
People couldn't keep their hands off Justin, including Katy Perry, who had to get herself a handful as she mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena." At the end of this interaction, Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. Even David Letterman put his hands on Justin. During the 2012 interview,
Whoa! Dave has some rumors out on him too. Dave has some little rumors. We heard the rumors. I think he came out and confirmed them. They weren't rumors. Something with his, infidelity. I think listen, go do your own research. I'm not here to dime people out. I call it how I see it. I'm a straight shooter, but I ain't here to just rag on people. I'm not here to drag anyone. All of this stuff is public information.
David insisted on denouncing Justin's tattoos.
Is that a new tattoo?
This is a new tattoo.
Oh, God, how many do you have?
I have a couple, just a couple.
Well, tell me that's the last one.
It might be.
No, it is. You don't, honestly.
David decided to treat Justin like his son's troubled friend looking for guidance, even though it was never asked for. Funny thing is, Justin ended up doing exactly what David told him not to do. But Letterman took it too far when he put his hands on Justin.
You know, I got believe.
Get that off of there.
Hey.
Although this one wasn't explicit in nature, it was still totally uncalled for. David would later apologize for his behavior, but it's odd to see how many people were so willing to put their hands on the boy. Luckily, he was able to prevent Leah Remini from getting her hands on him during this interview on The Talk.
Justin Bieber! I will squeeze your face.
No, I will. No.
Justin had to shout no 5 times before she would stop, but that's not all. Earlier in this segment, she was forcing him to answer a really strange would you rather question.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer, Justin Bieber. Bieber.
For no reason at all, Leah insisted on pushing this very sexual question while there are little girls and boys directly behind her in the audience. Justin realized he was trapped because no matter what he tried to say, she was trying to force the answer she wanted out of him, but he stood his ground and chose to not give in to her manipulation. This wasn't the first time Justin stood his ground when a host got sexual with him. While doing a radio show called Mojo in the Morning, the host, Shannon Murphy, brought the conversation in a strange direction.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet?
I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like, I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
Justin, where's your parents now, man? You know, if you don't feel sorry for Justin, I do, because I know the Lord wants to use Justin. I know the Lord had to talk with him before and said, "You are mine." And that's why all of this is happening to him. This is why people see that aura and they can't keep their hands off him. Ever since he was a kid, everybody just want to touch him. That's called the glory of God. That's called the glow. I'm not saying that he's a saint. I'm not saying that he's perfect or anything, but some people are just anointed. And a lot of anointed people stray. But everybody know they got the glow.
Really, I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
Shouts out to bro. Shouts out to bro. He getting tired of it already at 15. He is tired. He is tired of this. This ain't media training. He tired of that. I can tell that been happening for a while. He's tired.
He very clearly stated that he was uncomfortable when the host brought up sex, but the circumstances that built up to this are a bit confusing, because earlier in the conversation, this happened.
Justin, what are you going to be doing after the show tonight?
I thought I was picking you up.
Now, when I was 15 years old, I probably would have said some dumb stuff like that to an older girl, but apparently Justin couldn't keep his hands to himself.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
Wow, got a little too touchy-feely with you?
He wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt and he kept saying, "Is it inappropriate? Is this inappropriate?"
Oh my God.
And he would grab it harder and go, "Is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now?" Hi.
When I was young, should I get this information? When I was young, I used to get, this isn't a joke, I used to get inappropriate things done to me by a girl my age at the time. But we were super young, like elementary young, like early elementary, like second grade-ish. I'm pretty sure it's like second grade. Fast forward to when I was maybe in like the 4th grade, it came out that that little girl who was meeting up with me doing these things to me, she used to get molested. She was getting molested by her girlfriend's boyfriend. That's why she knew these things. I'm only saying that to say this. And I used to be like, how you know about doing this? She used to be like, let's play house. Let's get married. I'm like, all right. She was dominating me. We full got married in the 2nd grade. I'm not even joking. We actually had a real house that we used to play house in the house. You know the little fake houses? It was one in the house. She used to always make tents with the chairs. This ain't funny. Later on, somebody, I'm not gonna say who, somebody that was older ended up telling me, oh, remember Yeah, they found out that, yeah. I always kept that with me like, dang. And I ended up seeing her again later on. And we both saw each other maybe like fifth grade, fourth grade. I ended up seeing her again. And we act like we didn't even know each other.
Oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Here, come sit here. Come, come sit by me right here. Dude, Justin Bieber just like comes up and you just started making out with me. You know that?
Is that not appropriate?
Justin was obviously flirting with Shannon in a juvenile way. Then she said live on air how Justin was touching and kissing her. We can imagine there were definitely some instances where Justin felt like he could probably touch whoever and whatever he wanted, since, well, it was often done to him. But regardless, the 26-year-old shouldn't have brought up the sex conversation on the air. Even men were infatuated with young Bieber. L.A. Reid, music executive who signed Justin to his first major record deal, said, "This kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are, and he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room." He recalls how Bieber had grown his hair down almost covering his eyes, and says he could see immediately that Justin's hair would be every bit as important as his songs, his voice, his face, or his presence. Justin was simply beautiful. He gushes. His superpower was his face. The context of this article makes it seem like L.A. Reid was attracted to the young Bieber, but we don't really know that for sure. He was definitely right about his star power, but how he came to that conclusion just seems a little odd. However, the most deplorable assault was by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
Dang. That looked like the hard R. It was actually like, that was one of them joints like you was in trouble.
Was by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
I feel violated right now.
A shocked Justin Bieber couldn't say anything but the truth. "I feel violated right now." By this point, this was all too common for him. The craziest part is that Jenny straight up admitted to her crimes.
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him. It'd be like cougar rape.
Jenny clearly enjoys the predatory behavior, as she described it as molestation and R-word. She thinks it's cute and quirky and even bragged about it on Twitter after. Now, if this all happened while the cameras were on, could you imagine what happened while the cameras were off? Just like many child stars, Justin turned to drugs. Every teenager experiments, but he was trying to cope and escape, which led to
See, that's messed up, man.
behavior that left a permanent stain on his reputation.
Is this really Justin's fault? I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna come back on the next one, man. Shout out to the Beeps. I don't want to keep going. Some of y'all might not want to keep going down this timeline, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm just not gonna stretch it. Shouts to bro. That's how it start. Catch me on part 2. I'm gonna do a part 2. Maybe even a part 3. Normally, when I go down the timeline, I get people 4. I got reoccurrent. I got a what do you call it? A pattern now. I'm giving people 4 when I'm doing investigations. If it's crazy, you're getting 6. This is it. Look, if you don't come to the next one to see the rest of them, watch your kids, man. Don't let anybody just watch them. You'd be shocked at the things I saw when I was a kid. At the things I was able to do. At the things that were done to me. It's just crazy. By the way, I've never gotten anything like that done to me by an adult. I'll say that. Catch y'all on the next one, man. We'll pick up where we left off. Shalom, I'm out.